Welcome to the Rich Flow of Life podcast. Join Valerie Kanay, the award-winning authority author, as she takes you on a journey for your personal evolution. Valerie Kanay talks to enlightened featured guests who hold the keys to unlock your unique life situation. They each bring to the table their very powerful personal spin to inspire and empower you to learn to step up your game into the rich flow of life.
Well, hello everybody, I'm Valerie Kanay, and today I am so proud, pleased, and honored to welcome my guest. Her name is Peggy Liao. Peggy is a fellow podcaster. She's a global entrepreneur, a trainee, an international speaker, a coach, and an author. But I tell you, what's so interesting about Peggy is, there's many things. She's just fascinating. But what I really love is that she was born and raised in Taiwan. And she's bilingual, she's multicultural, and there's just so much about her. But today we're going to be talking about how to reset and recharge our energy. So I don't really need to go into any extravagant introductions because she's right here. And like I said, a fellow podcaster. Welcome, Peggy, to our program.
Thank you, Valerie.
My co-host. So let's take it from there. And I just want to jump in there and get right on the top, sweetheart. What really inspired you to set out there and set the sail for people to recharge, reignite their energy levels?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, first of all, I'm really honored to be on the show. And for most of the people that actually know me personally, they know I'm this crazy girl. I'm this energetic girl that can't sit. Well, I actually can sit. But a lot of times when I move around, I bring the energy all over around my friends and my family. And I just send that vibe to them because I want them to be able to also feel the vibe of life as well. So your question being what inspires me, I think basically, I live by one rule, and that is YOLO. A lot of young people know what YOLO is, YOLO. That is, you only live once.
Ooh, I love it. YOLO, you only live once.
Yes.
Your new word, YOLO.
Exactly. So regardless of your religious background or your belief system or your spiritual orientation, no matter what, you're not going to remember what you did last, your previous life or whatsoever. So the only thing that you can cherish, you can know for sure, is that you're living your life now, and that is it. So, I think YOLO lives up to it's self-explanatory. You only live once, really. So,
And that's a really great way to be in life. It's when you take that concept and when you take that and you really, I'm taken back by the whole concept of it because it takes the burden off of you, when you know that you only live once. That takes the burden of trying to stress out over the things that people typically can stress out over. You know what I mean, Peggy? Yeah, it lifts that burden off of you when you can say, this is the only life that I have to live and I'm going to live it to the fullest, right?
Absolutely. What about yourself? Since I'm the co-host, I'd like to know what inspires you, Valerie.
Yeah, what inspires me is just what this program is called, the Rich Flow of Life. Peggy, I lived so many years struggling, just downtrodden, beaten from so many things that I got to the point where I was just stagnant. And that stagnant means, you ever heard of the term the couch potato, where you sit back and just let life pass you by?
Oh, my.
Right. So I did this for a great many of years. Just let everything just pass me by. Just looked at the cars, looked at the TV, just looked at anything but looked at life within itself. And so all of a sudden one day it hit me. I said, it's time for me to pick up and get me some giddy up. And I said, what is it you want to do in my head? And I said, I'm ready to live and thrive in the rich flow of life. It's just that simple. So from that point on, I just started doing just what you see me doing right here. It was just a thought and I acted on it.
Hey, YOLO.
YOLO.
I'm going to, starting from now on, when I see you, I'm going to, instead of say hi and hello, I'm going to say YOLO, Valerie.
I'll be saying YOLO right back because I like that. So what do you do, Peggy? How do you help them do this?
Well, on the note of that, since I live by YOLO, a lot of people are facing a problem where they can't seem to enjoy life because they don't have enough energy, not even physical energy, but also their mental energy. They're just like you're saying, couch potato, sitting there letting life
pass you by.
Yeah. And so what I do is I reckon there's a lot of people having this issue. They don't have enough energy because they're aging, because of diseases. So I help people restore that energy that comes from a healthy, that God-given body that you were born with it. So I help people restore their energy physically and mentally. And I partner with a company, an international company that has proprietary genetic technology. So using this technology, we can fuel up or recharge our genetic batteries with natural ingredients. So basically, we're helping people restore their youthfulness or their stage where they were when they were young. And
I see. So this is truly like a fountain of youth.
It is. It's a bold claim, but it is, on the scientific look of it, it's really, really, because we have found out, through more than 2 decades of researches, we actually found out that the reason why people are aging or people are having, aging-related diseases are because they're running out of their juice in their DNA, so to speak. So we're able to recharge that part with natural ingredients. And actually, there are a lot of third-party authorities that have been amazed and have been reporting on it. A lot of scientific researchers. So yeah, backed by it. So I'm really, really glad, psyched about being able to help people.
So the proof is there. There's no shortage of proof that this really
definitely
works out. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
I'm just wondering, and this may or may not be something that you would have an answer to, but I'm going to ask you anyway because I'm curious to know, Peggy, do we all come with a set amount of energy? Or, like in your lifespan, say, for instance, a person lived to be 100 years old. Is there 100 years worth of energy that's in our bodies? Or is it something that we can recharge up at any time and get more energy? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, Valerie, I think the question lies in your inner, again, your internal battery. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I can't say, from a scientific background why that works. However, through my understanding, with the technology, we all have I think battery is actually still a very good analogy. We all have a tank in our body, and you have to fuel, you have to pump your gas every so often, right? So we're running out of it, and if you can recharge it, of course your car is not going to be as new as when you bought it, right? The car is wearing out. However, if you give it proper care, if you take care of it, you change your oil and then you give it good quality gas, not the crappy one. And, you tune it up, you do the tire rotation. So you do things like that to take care of your body. It will run longer. And an ironic thing is that I see a lot of people taking care of their car like their life or but they're not taking care of their body, which
yourself. What about you? Right. Yeah. What about yourself? Yeah. And so this is one of the things too. And like I say, for me, and if you picked up what I said earlier, I didn't say I was a couch potato for a few days, a few weeks. I said years. Did you hear that? So for years, when you do something, you become like docile, stagnate. The energy just become like a lump, like a clump. It's there, but it's not being, like you're saying, charged up or generated because you just got it there. And I think a lot of times it's the stressors in our lives. It's the havoc that we reap. It's the mental lack of focus, lack of clarity. So is there anything for that, the mental focus and clarity?
Oh my God, you're right on, Valerie, because our brain also has cells, and a lot of the memory capability. Imagine this. So we're losing our physical stability, our physical stamina, our mental focus, and also our sexual health. To be honest with you, all these things are the focus of our technology and our product line. Is we're trying to focus on those issues that people are having, and so we're restoring how active you are, because you have the energy now, you want to move around. We're also helping you regain that mental sharpness, as well as sexual health. Hey, sexual health is very important too.
Very important. Right.
That all ties in to the your genetic liveliness. If your genes are young, look at the 20 something years old. They're they can stay up. I mean, I still remember my college days. I could stay up all night, and then the next morning I go to, take my midterm or my finals. And then after that, I can still go out and then, have fun with friends and stay up another night. But now, maybe not so much. Yeah, right. Maybe not so much. As much as I feel a lot younger than I should. I'm almost 40, and I still, I feel a lot younger than I should. But I still feel that difference, because given that our body is wearing out. So yes, we are focusing on a lot of issues like that: physical, mental, and sexual health.
I got you. So now, who are the type of people that this would be for? Is there a certain age group? Is there a certain type? Women, men, everybody? Who are we targeting here?
Valerie, I hate to say this because a lot of times people, if you learn from marketing experts or any people that tell me that tell you about niching down, having a niche, but this really is focusing on people because everybody has genes, everybody has DNAs, and the company is so.
But I mean, would it be for like a young adult, somebody in their teenager years, or do you have to be over a certain age, for this to be workable?
No, from the day one that you were born, you start aging. So, to restore your health, your baseline. Now, the company is amazing because it is solid enough that it has a huge amount of big data in order to be able to, so they do all these scientific comparisons. They are able to determine and recognize how, our human genes are working regardless of race, regardless of, your age group. So I want to say anti-aging or the genetic technology actually benefits all human beings, no doubt.
Awesome. Yeah, you can't beat it then. I mean, because who doesn't want to take control of their life? And if you have any kind of situation that keep you from having a constructive and productive life and living to the optimal, you need to get yourself in order so that you can do that.
Yeah.
Because, after all, we all want that health and vitality to be 100%. At least I do.
Correct. And physical, and might I add, physical health and physical vitality actually contributes to our mental health. Yeah, because when you're physically healthy and fit, that gives you more of a sense of because you have more ability to move around, and you get that sense of it pumps the blood to your brain, and when your brain's feeling that energy, you do feel the difference. It's really hard for me to put it in concrete words because it's mentally, but
I got you. No, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, it's all the inner works that goes on.
That's why people see me as crazy. Because
it's the inner works, but everything that goes on the inside is a reflection on the outside.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it all goes hand in hand together. It's not one without the other. And so a lot of people out here, they can they're getting themselves together on the external, but what you're saying is we have to start from the inside and let that flow out.
Yeah, well, when you're healthy inside, I'm a firm believer of health being the first priority. So when you're healthy inside, when you're young inside, you're going to look young out, on the outside as well. So yeah, so physically and mentally, if you're young, then you're going to look, you're going to appear young.
Mm-hmm. Well, we go to a lot of things that help us develop a lot of groups and seminars and workshops, anything that's about wholesomeness, how to have a better life, how to share that better living with someone else. So this is just a way for people who want to take control of their lives and get their energy back, get that vitality back, recharge yourself, reboot, reset. This is what we're talking about. So now, Peggy, go ahead and give us the inside scoop on how to get a handle and how to get in touch with you to make these things happen, make it possible.
All right. Well, if people are interested in knowing more, they can contact me at my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Peggy Liao page, which is PEGGYLIAO page, PAGE. That's my business page on Facebook. Or they can also take a look. Well, mostly I want people to be able to, first of all, I'll give them a free consultation first to know how I can help them. And then after that, we can decide. So, but I also have a site where they can go to see the technology and place an order and whatever, if they do know. So for your listeners, I actually will give a free shipping code. Yeah. So, I don't give this to anybody else, but I create this specifically for your listeners. So if they were to go to Life Designing, you see how this is tied in. So lifedesigning.newskinops, that's NUSKINOPS.com, and then upon checkout, if they see some genetic products that's helping their youthful look and health, if they see any products that they're interested in, feel free to shoot me a message to ask what they do. If they decide to just place an order, but feel free to contact me at my Facebook page. And even if just to chat up, to free consultation, that's cool. I like making new friends and like giving coaching sessions since I'm a coach myself.
Awesome. So beautiful, Peggy. I like the work that you're doing. And, it's just so grand and great, like I say, when people give of themselves to help make someone else's life much better. So that's why you and I are doing these podcast programs, because we're all about the well-beingness of other people. And so now I wanted you to share just a little bit. You do a show in Chinese, right?
Oh, yeah. I have a podcast. I actually am preparing to launch another podcast show that is in English. But right now, my podcast show that is up and running is in Chinese. So if any of your listeners out there do speak Chinese, feel free to tune in. It is www.immigration.newsnow.com. And it actually, because it's in Chinese, it focuses on all these immigrants out there, especially in North America, people that are here. And I interview people who have done something special or something, simply just talk about things that people care, so, ranging from food to education to legal advice, anything, all the topics. Or
anything, Peggy, that put them in the rich flow of life. That's what you're trying to say.
YOLO, again, YOLO, right?
YOLO. Well, Peggy, we have come to the end of this program, and you and I will be talking more and more in the very near future. So on that note, I do have to say I love you dearly.
And I do so too.
Okay, so goodbye.
Bye.
You have been listening to the Rich Flow of Life podcast with host Valerie Kanay. We're most appreciative you took the time to be with us. And thank you. For more action, go subscribe to Valerie Kanay Talks YouTube channel and like us on Facebook at Valerie Kanay Talks and follow us on Twitter at Valerie Kanay. Until next time, we love ya.